Hey folks, Quillyteen here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Slay the Spire. I've been playing this on and off in my spare time and thought, you know what, let's go ahead and make another video for it. In particular, I am still working on the silent. I've done some fair things. I'm on Ascension level 2. I've done a handful of games over here. Still, I would say fairly early on, still learning a lot of the combos, but having a lot of time with it. Have unlocked everything for the silent at this point. Actually haven't unlocked everything for the Ironclad. Ironically, I find the Ironclad to be quite easy to play. Decent successes over there, beating things as the Ironclad. It was the first win that I got, and a handful of the others. But still haven't actually played enough to unlock everything. Because the thing is, I really like the Silent, even though I find him a little trickier to play. I think the Ironclad has a big margin of error with his extra heal, and some of the combos are a little easier to pull off. Whereas the Silent is really, you need the perfect combination of cards and relics to start an engine going. But he's quite fun. One of the things I think I'm going to do this time is I think I'm going to swap out the Ring of the Snake, depending on what the options from the giant whale is. Yeah, because I say maybe just get a random boss relic. There's something to be said about a random common relic without losing my starter relic over here. Maybe I'll just do that, because then I do get to keep this. And the Ring of the Snake is fine. It's not, critical. Doesn't, it depends. There's a lot of times you can't use the extra cards, but alright, we'll just random that. Bag of Marbles, vulnerable on the first round of combat, so we can do a lot more burst damage, especially if you've got a lot of cheap stuff. That's not bad. We do, of course, in Ascension Mode 2, more elites, and normal enemies are deadlier. So hitting elites is still good because of being able to pick up the relics, of course. I don't know at a glance what route is the ideal one. I think we might end up going over the left ramp over here. You got a couple of question marks, which are good. So 2 normal fights. A shop is pretty early, but it's early enough that we could buy a discounted thing or remove a card from our deck. We can rest over here, and actually, unless we get fights over here, there's a good chance we'll just be able to upgrade a relic. We'll see how that goes. And then, depending on our situation, we could decide to go up this branch for a bunch of question marks, but ideally, actually, I think what we'd end up doing then is going to the right over here. So we'd skip this elite for the campfire, but then get this guy. Otherwise, we do here, and then we get, I guess, a bunch of question marks into an elite. And then it's all minion fights. I don't know, we'll have to see. When we get here, we might decide to go up the right branch. We'll reevaluate. But yeah, for now, I think that's going to be A-okay. So, going in with any particular plan as to what kind of deck you're going to design is dumb. The Bag of Marbles does imply a little bit more front-loaded damage, but we're really going to have to depend on exactly what we get. So obviously, we're going to go ahead and neutralize him for one. I would like to just front-load as much damage as possible. I think I'm going to defend once. I could defend twice. It's only 1 overkill on block, and heavy blocking is usually really good. We want to preserve our hit points. The question is that extra vulnerable here is tempting. You know what? I will go ahead and double defend, and that's going to be fine. We'll try to take as little damage as possible going forward, which is always a good idea, but, a good way to avoid taking damage is to just obliterate your opponents, because he's going to keep hitting us fairly hard here. We're going to Survivor, dropping a defend. We're going to defend another time, so we block everything, and we'll strike him some more. Got him about halfway. Oh, I guess I actually have to end my turn. Ha! I'm good at this. This is our Early Access 15, a couple of changes to a couple of relics and things, and one of the boss changes. Not too terribly significant. So again, we have the question of, do we double defend or double strike here? I guess I'll keep going for maximum HP preservation, because if we can use all the campfires for upgrading early, it is huge. I did get weakened over here, so I'm going to do less damage on this round, which is slightly annoying. We did get our neutralized back here, though. And then with only 1 defense, so we'll take 1 point of damage, but that's okay. It's too bad that we've been weakened here. Next round, if we draw 3 strikes, which is conceivable with the redraw here, we might be able to get lethal. And there it is. Even weakened. Bam. Excellent. So we took 1 damage in that fight, which isn't too bad. I think that's probably about as good as we could go. So, I'm not a huge fan of prepared in a naked deck like this, because there's really nothing that we can gain from saying prepared right now. There's not that many good cards. We're not going to be skipping over curses or anything like that. Predator's pretty expensive despite the card draw. I think Dagger Throw is the obvious choice right now, and actually getting it in our opener with the Bag of Marbles is quite nice. So we'll take the left branch over here. Thank you. And let's take a look. Purity, no. All out attack, I actually am fairly okay with it most of the time. Accuracy is nice, because we can really build towards a Shiv-type deck with accuracy. Sometimes you go through the entire run and don't get accuracy at all. Now, we don't have any shiv producers yet, but luckily accuracy is just a power, so it doesn't stick around in your deck. So I think we're going to go for that. And assuming that we're going to go for a shiv-style deck, I think what I'm going to do right now is remove a strike right away. First of all, we did add another attack with Dagger Throw, but the hope is that we're going to be filling our deck with a fair amount of shiv producers. So we're going to do this. Bit of a gamble. But it's always going to be a gamble this early. All right, question mark. Don't be a fight. Okay. These can be really annoying if they both attack the first round. Okay, only one attack. They've got the vulnerable trait. We do have the Dagger Throw. So, that was a weird sound. Huh. I'm going to go ahead and Dagger Throw here at least. And, I mean, we've got an excess. So that did get the kill because of the vulnerable. Can we kill this guy? He's going to have 17 damage to go through. That is going to be 9. So that'll be 18. So yes. Well, there you go. Boom. Ow! Well, that was easy. That vulnerable's pretty good. Okay, none of these are shiv-tastic. Outmaneuver is good, obviously, although in a shiv-type deck, we don't need it as badly. And I'm going to skip it for now because it is not hugely going to do good things for us. I know Outmaneuver is very good, but no, I think I'm going to skip it for now. Yeah, I might hate myself later, but we'll see. Don't give me another goddamn fight, thank you. What is this? Ah, okay. So, probably go for the relic. Normality is really bad. Doesn't hurt us too much right now. When do we get a chance to remove normality? There's a shop over there, but we can't reach that. Is that it for shops? It is. Of course, I'll feel pretty stupid if I just take the upgrade and still end up with the injury. Normality's not terrible right now because we don't actually have much that combos with it, but it's going to be a priority to get rid of this if we do start doing shiv stuff, because this is almost too crippling. Yeah, if it hits, it can do really bad things with us with the idea of the Shivy type deck, so we're going to go here. We didn't get the injury as far as I know. Upgrading the accuracy would be very nice. You can't get a preview from here, which is annoying. Can you get the preview from the deck? Oh, I can't do that. Okay, well, what I'm going to do, I don't remember what it is. It might be innate, it might be free. We don't have the shivs right now. I think one of the best things we can do to gain, to help us survive early on, and is always good in general, is just to upgrade the neutralize. Oh, you do get the peak. 5 extra damage. We'll want to do it, but it's not like, again, it's not the priority. It literally doesn't help us right now. We can have Dagger Through do a lot more damage, but I really like the 2-round week. You end up saving so many extra hit points. Oh, we did get injured. Well. We got the extra Swift Potions over here. Can we take out this guy before he attacks us? Oh, he's going to be a little attack anyway. We got the injury right away, which is annoying. Let's see, a Dagger Throw will actually kill him by himself, so we can redraw that, save the neutralize for the big guy. The strike won't, right? Yeah, because it'll be 9. Boom. Kill you. Discard the injury. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we discard, because we're mostly going to be emptying our hand anyway. Defend. I don't think I'm going to defend for the extra 2. So we'll just strike for now. There might be some times where I still end up playing the accuracy out of my hand just to, like, thin out my deck a bit, but this is not the time. So vulnerability wears off. He is still weakened, which is good. So a single survivor will block everything. Strike, strike. Oh, I had lethal. You derp monkey. Always check for lethal first. I mean, we're going to be fine as long as we get any attack. There. But yeah. Alright, weak potion and Cloak and Dagger. There you go. Start the Shiv tech. And we've got our first upgrade available here. Now, I think that upgrading the Cloak and Dagger is the way to go. It doesn't add more block, but double Shiv is quite a lot. There's still something to be said, actually, about just upgrading the defense by themselves right now for some extra survivability, which would be great. But I think, like, this turns into an 8 damage move, and quite a bit more if we do have the accuracy out. And Cloak and Dagger is the sort of thing we're going to want to play every time it's in our hand. So I think that's an okay route to take over here. So I think let's math a little bit here. If we take, say, this route over here, we get 1 elite. So let's say 2 elites and 3 question marks. We don't get to rest again after this one. We could always bail to a slightly easier route. Only slightly easier. Wow, with that monster there, this is actually a pretty risky route. But a lot of question marks is just good. If I take the right route over here, we get the extra campfire, 1 elite, a lot of normal fights. But the campfire for the heal, or the upgrade, will be nice. And maybe a heal if we end up taking damage there. Alternatively, question mark, question mark. Question mark, question mark. Well, if we make it to through this question mark without damage, then we probably go question mark elite, although I suppose there's still something to be said about the upgrade instead of the question mark, because it's a lot lower risk. So really, unless we were taking a big risk over here, and it's possible, right? If we go here, normal fight elite, question mark, question mark. If we've taken damage, then what's our bail route? Normal fight, question mark. That could be another deadly thing. I think there's just too much risk up the left route. And is it going to be actually more rewarding? I mean, it's Act 1. I do tend to take bigger risks in Act 1. But I think the thing to go is to go to the right. We get 4 question marks into an elite. I like it. Done. Plus, question marks are fun, so... And we got a Duvu doll, which is so stupid. For each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 strength. It's more or less a dead card, although apparently I do have a curse in my deck right now. That's right. So, hooray! Plus 1 strength. Both of them are starting to attack, which is annoying. We will Cloak and Dagger. I will neutralize you. I mean, they do have vulnerability, so that's good. Do I just keep piling on the damage on the Jawworm right now? I think the answer might be yes, because he does a lot of annoying buff things. And, so he's going to hit me for 17. So, defend, defend. Okay. I suppose I could also use a weakness potion. But it might be nice to save it for something a wee bit more terrifying. Vulnerability wears off. They're both attacking. You're going to armor up and attack. There's our accuracy, which... I should probably dagger throw first. Yeah, alright. And then I think we are going to defend here. So that's going to hurt a fair bit. You know what? I will actually use the weakness potion on this guy. Save us a few hit points. And then his weak's going to wear off. But he's really close to dying here. We probably can lethal over here. Oh, he's not even attacking this turn. He's just looking to debuff me. I can't kill him. Well, that's not true, because I can get a redraw off the dagger throw. There we go. And go ahead and strike him. That's going to be okay. And, yeah, just whatever. I mean, didn't even have to play anything, because he's not going to attack me. He's going to lick me, give me a debuff. I've been weakened, so be a little harder to kill. Ooh, two wounds and the injury in my hand. Wow, that is rough. Actually, I could have just done a swift potion to maybe grab a bunch of armor. I do have 6, though. I guess taking 3 is not the worst. I'd rather save this for, you know, a more significant fight, although, you know, hit points are hit points. 15 damage. We do have lethal in our hand because of the bonus strength. I mean, I'd still probably rather not have the curse. I mean, does the fact that we've got the implicit strength from curse actually change the way we build our deck? Would we rather go for a bunch of, like, double attacks? Right? A bunch of dagger sprays? You know, that sort of thing. Out of this, I'm always a fan of Escape Paling because it's free. It replaces itself instantly, and sometimes generates block. So it doesn't make your deck any worse, other than if you hit a guy who, like, punishes you for, like, casting a bunch of skills, for example. That's the only exception. I don't think we're going for a poison deck. Acrobatics can be, you know, good and bad, depending on situations. It's good, you know, that's a lot of card draws and things, and it's actually gives you an opportunity to... Well, here's the thing. What if we do allow ourselves to get a bunch of curses and pick up a few more discard mechanics? Alright. Let's do that. What do we have here? Oddly Smooth Stone, always nice for a little extra defense. You know, not a super item, but pretty darn good. We get an extra block from every block. Oh, this is going to be an annoying fight, because these guys get super strong all the time, and we're going to get debuffed constantly over there. Like, normally my priority would be to kill this guy, but he's a little bit lower in health. Well, I think we're going to double defend the first attack anyway. Right, we do have the extra block. I think double defend is still fine, unless I want to double strike while they have vulnerability. I could bring him down to almost half health and kill him next round. And I mean, I think the thing to do is to eliminate one threat as quickly as possible. Okay. I know we're going to take extra damage, but I'm going to do that while the vulnerability round is on. I don't like not killing him first. But on the other hand, I also don't like filling my deck with debuffs. So I can finish him with a dagger throw, which seems like the way to go. And I'll just get rid of the acrobatics, that I don't have the energy for it anyway. And then, whatever. Whichever defense card I use, doesn't matter. He'll take nothing. He does get stronger every round, though, but he is at least still weakened for a little bit longer. I think we can probably accuracy, Cloak of Dagger. We have 7 defense. Well, so we have lots of defense. And I could use the card, but so far so good. He's more than halfway down. He is getting stronger, so there's that. Do I have lethal here? 20. Yeah. Awesome. So, whatever. Discard whichever one. Doesn't matter. Boom, boom. All right. Boom. Ancient Potion. Oh, I always like Distraction, especially if it's upgraded. I mean, Choke and Combo is some of the things we're maybe thinking about. I'm a huge fan of Distraction. It doesn't necessarily help our deck, but it doesn't really hurt it. God damn, it's stuck in me fights. Oh, this is the one where you choose. Although if I eat it, I get another curse. It'll full heal me. I don't remember what Parasite does. You know what? Let's just do it. Yeah, removing it hurts more. Okay. So the question is, do we go question mark or do we go fire? The question mark has tons of cool events, including the ability to maybe develop extra relics and things like that. This does allow you to upgrade, and like upgrading the... No, we got a question mark into the elite. And it's just a normal fight. God. Okay, these guys are at least relatively squishy. They do have the thing that they give us vulnerable, which is kind of annoying. Obviously, we're going to neutralize you. 16. If I redraw to an attack... Now, you're going to give me vulnerable for 2 turns. I mean, I could just block. But no, we'll take you out. And then whatever. Do this. You're going to buff up. So we are going to be vulnerable. He's not attacking me this turn. But next turn we will take extra damage. That's a huge strength gain. So he's going to do 15 damage to me. Well, we can block 12 at least. So that's probably fine. With Distraction, I like it better when it's free. When Distraction is free, rather. Alright, we'll double block. And next turn, our attacks do double damage. Or 50% damage, whatever it was. What is it? Double damage. So we might just be able to lethalize him. Let's see here. Yeah, we can just double strike toward. It just took a second to be like, is there any chance we want to accuracy Cloak and Dagger instead? So we probably just take more Cloak and Dagger. Attacking multiple times with the shivs still goes okay with the Duvu thing. I do like the energy from the Flying Knee, but we've got accuracy already. Let's do it. Okay. This fight should be okay. I probably will take the regen potion right away. Lagavulin. My favorite whiskey. I don't know why I had such a hard time pronouncing it. We will... Okay. Well, Distraction. And 2 shivs to our hand. Do we actually want to cast it now? To preload some shivs. I think that's okay. We'll put in you. And I think we'll pass on this turn. So, you can wait up to 3 turns to wake him up. The second he takes real damage is the thing. Oh, I should have started regenning now, because it will be enough of a fight. Here, let's drink that. I can't remember if he gives me some sort of debuff at some point. I know, I think he just steals strength from me. So we got 3 attacks in hand. I think we can start with this. Do this into a redraw. Cloak and Dagger with... The strike is still more, because the Shiv... Oh, no, with the strength. That's 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay, so that'll be slightly more. There we go. Alright. So a 20 damage start, 28 with the armor, is a ting. We're at full health now, but he's going to probably strike here. There's a chance that we'll actually just end up overhealing everything here, but I don't think so. So obviously we shift twice. And we defend and strike. And actually we won't take damage, so it is going to overheal in this turn. The regen potion may have been incorrect here. So the Cloak and Dagger is a no-brainer. And I guess we acrobatics the injury. I think we're just going to defend here. So, yeah, we may have really not needed that potion. I just assumed we would, and that I'd be kicking myself for not drinking it, at the start of the round. So you're going to do the thing where you start debuffing me, which is annoying. But, luckily, we can at least wail on you one short of lethal. I could maybe have killed him with a swift potion, but I don't see any reason to do that. We'll kill him next turn, and what's he going to do about it? As long as we draw and attack. Success! We got the Lantern, extra energy on the first turn of each combat. Well, between that and keeping the Ring of the Snake, that's not a bad first turn. And the vulnerability from the Bag of Marbles. Okay. A lot of really good options here. Well-Laid Plan is very, very, very handy. Very handy. It's free, it's a power, so it sort of self-thins. Flying Knee is very, very, very good. I even like Endless Agony in some decks. I don't think this one needs it, though, because of the Shiv stuff. I think we grab a Well-Laid Plans. I think we'll really benefit from being able to do that. Let's take the guy on the left. Awesome. Single Thief here. Lots of opening damage. The extra energy is alright. He is vulnerable. We don't have much in the way of attacks. I'm still going to start with the Distraction. If you discard it, draw a card. Like, acrobatics this? I don't have 2 attacks, so I guess I can use the extra mana to do this. Okay, that actually worked out okay, because it gets us the free neutralize. It gets us this Cloak and Dagger, which is 2 shivs instead of just 1. And I guess we'll just survive her for the rest to take no damage. And we don't get to hold on to a card, so we'll do that. I don't think there was any reason to do this. If I get a potion at this fight, it'll be slightly annoying, but we should be able to kill him before he runs away fairly easily. I don't have lethal as is. So I think, since he's not about to run away, and he does tend to have a dead turn, I'll just take nothing here. Bring him down, probably kill him next turn. I suppose I could have killed him with the Explosive Potion, but who cares about that? There you go. He's going to start doing defensive-y things. But we got the kill. Get the gold back. Draw cards until you have 6 in hand. Oh, that must have been a recent unlock. That's good. Would I want this as opposed to just drawing one of my regular cards? We've got, between our acrobatics and our well-laid plans, I actually don't think I need that. And I think it would hurt the tempo of my deck because it's not free. Maybe it's free when upgraded. And I don't need the poison, I don't need the bane. I think Expertise is a wonderful card, but I don't think it helps this deck as is. Maybe later, yes, but right now, no. So I think the question is, there's a lot of things. First of all, if we do this, it's return 2 cards, which I don't think is important at all. Do we make Distraction free? Do we make Cloak and Dagger with a second Shiv? Do we have enough Shivs in here that what we really want to do is upgrade Accuracy to do 5 bonus damage? I think these are all super legit. Acrobatics, drawing extra card doesn't matter. I would prefer if Acrobatics just became free, but I think then it might be too good. Dagger Throw just doing more damage doesn't matter. There's something you said about getting more defense out of our defense. But I think it's Accuracy, Distraction, Cloak and Dagger, and I'm leaning towards these 2 over here. Again, a little bit more Shiv Fu is good, but you know what? I love me a free distraction. I just have too much fun with it. Right, so one of the things in this patch is you get a hint as to what bosses are coming, which if I had read that ahead of time, I would have potentially changed the way I was playing. I think this is going to be the slime boss. There we go. That's a neat feature. So you can actually look ahead and be like, okay, well, this boss hoses these types of attacks, so I better not do that. A Cloak and Dagger is a no-brainer, because it'll actually block almost all the damage as is. And I think other than that, we just unload for as much damage as possible while he's vulnerable. And, okay, well, we'll just block all damage. And try to bring him down to that 70 mark before he does the thing where he leaps on us. It was a very good opener. Very, very good. The extra energy plus this is working out very well. He's not going to stomp us on the next turn, so... Well, I guess we have no option. We're just going to play out our hand. So it's actually not terrible here to get this right now, as long as we can do at least 20 damage on the next turn. Oh, I don't want to retain anything. Yeah, can we do 20 damage on this turn? Can we get the draw for that? Okay, well, we're definitely going to neutralize. I'm going to go and acrobatics and probably have to toss it defend. Well, distraction for free, which gives us blade dance. We will... Yeah, okay, good. And now we can bring him down as low as possible. We've got sufficient damage, which is lovely. We do have accuracy, so Cloak and Dagger will do 1 extra damage. So we're going to have 2 46 hit point slimes. That's not too shabby. I'm wondering... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if I Explosive Potion now or on the next turn. Either way, the slimes are going to have 10 hit points fewer each. And depending on how our draw goes, I might want to save this for later to interrupt them, actually. Oh yeah, we can hold on to the strike, which is good. Now, these guys will start to debuff me. Not, so we're going to go ahead and drink a potion. I don't know which one it'll block. We'll see. I can't interrupt them as is. I guess I'll start with the acrobatics, because we don't need to defend. I'll just drop the injury. That's fine. I don't know which debuffs each one of them applies, so I don't know who to necessarily focus on. I'll just hit the one that's closest to me. Great. The Shiv does do more damage. Can we actually get him to change right now? And do we want to? Because that'll bring him down to 23, which is exactly half. I don't think so, because I think I'm going to want to try to bring him down as low as possible. And even with the Explosive Potion, we're not quite there. And I can interrupt his attack next turn. Let's, we're going to save the strike. Because we know he's not going to attack me next turn. This guy might. Okay, so we remove one effect. So our blocks are less effective here. Damn, that's annoying. Can we get him down low enough? Again, we have to get him down to 23, which is 15 points of damage. And yeah, we definitely have that in hand. So yeah, let's take that route. We don't need any defense. Well, I guess we're discarding that. And since he's about to split, it's going to be one shy. That's annoying. One shy of being killable by Explosive Potion. Well, still. We'll bring him down as low as possible. It'll give us a few more options. We will retain Survivor. Be great if it was a 10, because next turn... Well, or in fact, this turn I would have Explosive Potions. More frail, so again, blocking doesn't work very well. That's a lot of incoming damage, but we should be able to force a lot of splits. Maybe not as many as I would like. Okay. So we'll definitely Explosive Potion. And we're going to have to go and Shiv and Shiv. And Cloak. And Shiv. And Shiv. And Strike! Awesome. Add a card. Envenom's pretty good in the Shiv deck. We can stack a lot of poison. Glass Knife is interesting because it's 2 8-point attacks the first time, and with our strength buff, it'll actually be Yeah, it'll be 10 and 10, then 8 and 8, then 6 and 6. Like, it stays pretty good, but I think in Venom, even though it's kind of expensive, it doesn't do a ton of damage. I don't remember what it does when you update it. If it gets cheaper, or if it's 2 stacks of poison. It does work with a Shiv deck, like, it's sort of compatible, but I guess we'll do that. Whenever you play a card, gain 1 block. You know what? I think we go After Image. It's cheaper, and that means our Shivs actually help keep us alive. I think that's probably better. Let's see what our relic is. Pandora's Box, always tricky, but I think... Now, I don't mind getting rid of the strikes. Getting rid of all the fens is super risky, but it's kind of entertaining. Or we could passively heal a bit more, get an extra choice. I think for the funsies, we're going to take Pandora's Box and hope to God we have enough defenses left after this happens. We're going to do this just because it's awesome. Alright, here's what we got. Prepared Flying Knee. I mean, this is some block. It's expensive, but it's there. That's some defenses. Dagger Spray actually works out fairly well for us. The Deflex is going to be okay. The Bane's not terribly helpful unless we do get like a Noxious Fumes or pick up the that card that I just bypassed over there. So we'll probably look for Noxious Fumes because it's always nice to have. So there we go. All right. Well, I'm happy we have a little bit of extra block because of the things we took, but there we are. We're going to go and proceed over the next map after taking the Pandora's Box. I don't know if I should have done that, but God, it's entertaining. We're going to go and put a cut in here. I suspect we're going to go up the right branch here and probably do some pretty extensive card removal to keep our deck a little bit thinned out, especially since we added some stuff that might have been a little questionable. So instead of removing a strike or an extra defend, we'll be removing something like perhaps the Bane, for example. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you guys next time.